Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you. A little midday money on a Wednesday, February the 1st. 28 days away from conference tournaments, Horizon, Sunbelt, Patriot League, all right around the corner. March Madness, my butt. It's February Frenzy coming around the corner. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you're watching, winning free picks, parlays, Facebook, YouTube, super. Maybe you use the Believe link and you're on Spotify or Stitcher or iTunes or iHeartRadio or Amazon Music, wherever you're watching. Hope you're giving it a follow. I'm gonna have to start up a Stitcher membership so I could follow myself. I don't know. Never heard of Stitcher before, but hey, you can follow me on Stitcher. TuneIn's another one. What's TuneIn? I don't know, but I'm gonna make an account. Why wouldn't I? I want to be one of the cool kids. All right, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. The free picks are free picking on the Twitter universe. If you're in the live show here on the YouTube channels, super. Make sure you leave a comment. It's a comment-driven show, right? I get my free picks out, and that takes about a minute, and then let the free-for-all begin. As always, we start with a little recap. 2-1 in the video of college hoops yesterday, 125 and 109 plus 485. I do go 4-4 in my college hoops, 319 and 294. So we're down a little bit there in college basketball. We did cash in the NBA yesterday. Nuggets, 28 and 29 minus 220. And that's all there is to talk about because there's no NFL right now. I really don't like the ice. And college football, Major League Baseball, we're still a couple days away from college football, and baseball is almost here. Today's picks, we do have some plays in the chat for you, and we're gonna cash these out. I don't know. I put the free picks in, and they're on the premium side of things as well. I just don't put random. I think about why I like a game, and it's up here for a reason. Vols under to 132. I just did this free pick with Ross Benjamin, and Jesse Shule was there with me. You could find that on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, you can look that up. I think that's with OSGA. I do videos with Ross all the time. You should know Ross Benjamin. So Vols under there. Xavier -4. I kind of talked myself into this Xavier play while we were talking about this game. And I got him here, -4. I ended up betting him this morning. Charleston Southern +4. Tarleton -122. Marquette -6. I do have 9 games. I'm hoping to go 9-0. Anytime I put a bet in the chat or on the sites, I think I go undefeated, right? I say bet it, forget it. And that's what we do. NBA winner last night on the Nuggets got there, and even the Lakers. I don't know why I didn't have the Lakers in here as well. Should have. 20 and 29. Chip it away -220. That's a good NBA season when you have the wildness of the NBA. Although people do like betting the NBA, it's tough doing it 8-10 hours ahead of time here in a video, but it is what it is, folks. Suns tonight. I get it. People be excited. You want to not take the Suns. It's the I'm pulling up the NBA matchups right now. Sorry about that. You're playing Atlanta. Maybe Trae Young plays. I don't know if he's going to play. What I do know is that the Suns have gotten a little bit healthy, and I think they're a little undervalued here. I get it. People are betting them. That's no problem. Suns. Speaking of NBA, we'll bring in Mr. NBA. Tim Earl.
Yes, sir. How about a nice? We brought out the brooms last night. It was a good night. I had the under in that Miami game, and it sailed way under.
I saw it as soon as I saw 197, and you were like, "Yeah, first one they get 100 wins that one."
Yeah, I thought no team was going to get 100. Miami got 100 because they got a free throw at the end, but that's not the point. So one of the things we like to do on ESB is whenever I have a play that I really like, it's a play by double digits. So I went and took Miami Cleveland under 201 at plus 245, and I hit that one as well. So that was nice to see. My best bet yesterday was the over in the Laker game. Never in doubt. Totally didn't need overtime. So that was nice to see. And then I had the Nuggets as well. I had 7.5. You got 6.5. Didn't matter. They won by 9.
Yeah.
And Nikola Jokic with his
Triple-double again.
Triple-double in the last 9 games and his 16th of the year.
Yeah.
Now he is averaging a 25-point triple-double.
That's crazy.
So there you go. That was from yesterday. Sorry. And then today, I'm on Memphis. That 21-3 home record says it all. They had a rough trip out west where they lost 5 in a row. They got back home. They got back on their winning ways. This Memphis team is dangerous, and they're really good at home. So I'm going to go ahead and take a -5 there. I went and grabbed the Toronto Raptors. I don't trust the Jazz as a favorite. I think they're all of 8-15 as a favorite this year. 9-15 maybe. Not a team I trust. I saw the Spurs, so I took the over. They didn't go over last game. They still allowed 127 points to a middle-of-the-pack Washington Wizards team. Now they go up against the Kings. Why is it significant? Because the Kings are the highest-scoring team in the NBA. They're about to drop 135 on them. And then I'm gonna be right with you. I'm on the Suns as well tonight. This is a team that's getting healthier, minus Booker. And this is a Suns team that if you wanted to buy low on them, you probably missed your line, but this is you probably can get them for a pretty good price to win their division. And if you want to take futures on them, this is still a Phoenix team that can do stuff in the playoffs if they're 100% healthy.
Lots of things. Booker got hurt and they went 1-11, whatever. They dropped 10 straight. They had to kind of find their way a little bit, but since then they got
Cam Johnson back a couple of games ago. He's been shooting lights out. Chris Paul's been back. That's always big to have a big piece or a veteran piece like that in your lineup. And Ayton's been really, really solid. So once they get Booker back, that team is going to make a run, and they're already making one now. So. Those are the plays for that. My best bet's in that Golden State Minnesota game. But for today, Memphis over in San Antonio, Toronto, and the Suns.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. All right, so I'm gonna bring Tim in a minute anyway. We're gonna do some real fast. I guess it's the rain. We're gonna do some Major League season wins, just real fast. I know we got other stuff to talk about.
Oh, baseball.
But
yes,
I just printed them out. Right, we came in the show. I said, I print out the win.
I don't have any of the numbers. I don't have Caesars.
So I just ran down Caesars real fast. I printed them, and again, I'm just gonna run through every team and my first thoughts here. And this is the way they were up on the site, and I just printed it. So the order's a little wacky. It's not alphabetical order. It's not even in divisions. No, we start with the Pirates, 64.5. I'm going to have to lean to the under there with the Pirates.
Yeah.
Dodgers, 96.5.
Over.
I'm going to say over. I mean, I know they got to reload a little bit, but
they're a regular season team.
They will. They're the young guys. I think will fill in. I don't know. This is one I'm not going to bet. If I did anything, I probably would bet the under on this. Believe it or not. But I'm not going to play this one. A's 59.5. No, thank you. I think they'll be bad, but 59 wins is bad. I mean, you're talking. I mean, 55. You're struggling. That they got to start out like 0-9 and have 3 wins a month to. That's a low number. I think they're gonna be bad. Are they 55 win bad? Possibly. I mean, that roster's. Rays 88. I'm gonna go over the Rays.
Yeah,
I like the Rays every year. They're a good team. Marlins 73.5 is tricky just because, the hitting for them, and they're playing 3 of the best teams in the league. I mean, we're talking about Phillies win totals coming up next, 88.5. Well, the Mets are gonna be in the 90s. The Braves are gonna be in the 90s. I mean. And we've talked about the adjusted schedule for them. It's unbalanced now, right? Because they got to play other teams. I like the pitching staff. The question is the bats with Marlins, as always. Under game totals for sure with Miami.
100%.
Seattle's an 89. I do like the over because I think they could. Houston's.
I'm not scared of anybody in that division besides the Astros.
Astros, yeah. I guess Texas will win some games. I think Texas will win some games, but Seattle, I think, is a good team.
Yes, Seattle's.
Phillies 88.5. I might say under there. As you said, they kind of things have to go perfectly right to get the teams to World Series or Super Bowl, whatever. Right? Injuries got to fall in place. Career years here and there. Although with the Phils, I did like them bringing over the kid from the Angels, the outfielder. They picked up the bullpen help. I don't think it's a bad team, right?
It's not a bad team.
They're good, but
I will say I don't think they make the playoffs. I'll take that bold take and say they don't make it altogether.
It's I don't know, 88.5 again, up in the air. Brewers 84.5. I'm going to say under, believe it or not, with the Brewers.
Under.
I do like the pitching staff, but we're high on the Cubs anyway. So here we go. Baltimore 77. I know you're high on the Orioles.
I'm high on the Orioles. I may take a shot at them 16-1 to win the division.
Last year, I think the total was like what, 62?
Yeah, they were the first team to hit it.
15-win difference. I
like this team. They're a young team. They have a lot of big guys coming up, and I'm interested to see what the prospects like. I want to see more of Hutchman and Henderson or Gunnarsson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah. I want to see more of him. I want to see what he's got. I'm excited to see that Orioles team. I like their lineup. Their bullpen's pretty solid, and their starting rotation. I loved Creamer last year. I backed him pretty much every single game he pitched.
Boston 77.5 would be an under for me. Arizona 75.5. I'm going to take the over with these guys. I like this team a lot.
I think that one's pretty much right on.
KC 69.5. I'm
under.
That division is so bad.
It's so bad, but they're even worse.
But I do, Cleveland is a good team. Their pitching's great. White Sox 84.5. I'm going to say under based on. All right, I like Cease. Giolito, could he bounce back? But they just seem to always be hurt. So 84.5, I'm going to say no. Granted, you have the Tigers in there. Well, I think the Tigers are going to get better. We said this last year when they fired their GM. They got nice young pitchers, and they all kind of hit the sophomore slump. Everybody was hurt. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I mean, so
where did the White Sox finish last year?
Third, I think, right behind the Twins. Did they totally collapse?
Sorry, how many wins did they finish with last year?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm just pulling it up real quick just to get an idea.
They finished with 81, and everything went wrong for them last year, and they finished 81 and 81. Yeah.
But you're also
fired Tony La Russa.
But you also have, they're 500 being terrible with a lot of injuries. But you also had a terrible KC team and a terrible Detroit team.
You're going to get the same things this year with those two teams. They're both going to suck.
I don't know. It's tough to buy in the White Sox. I just every year people get hurt for them. You think it's the year. I mean, come on. How many Eloy Jimenez props do I got to lose? Braves 94.5. I'm going to say over.
Yeah, over.
Blue Jays 93.5. I'm going to say over. I think now they kind of take that step forward to battle the Yanks at the top.
I think they're around that 90 to 94 range.
They're
a wild card 1 or 2.
Because I'm going to be under on the Yanks, whatever that is. But I think between Gausman, Manoah, take a step forward. I mean,
I do like the Blue Jays this year. I think it's Baltimore a little bit more.
For them, this is their all or nothing league. Like this is kind of take the step forward. It was kind of like, hey, we're good, we're young, everybody likes our lineup. We got a bunch of flash and characters, and show us now. Cardinals 90.5. Are you kidding me? 90.5? What am I missing with this rotation? Is there a time machine? Is everybody healthy? Did they go to? Is it like the Matt Damon movie Elysium, where they go up to the moon and they get in their little container and heal every injury on their pitching staff?
They get to play Pittsburgh and Cincinnati for 26 games next year.
All right, so you're 20-6.
I don't know, and then all you need to do is get 70 more wins. I don't know. I think that's probably right on. I think they get anywhere from 88 to 92, maybe win the division.
Nah, I'm going under. Nats 61.5 is an under. Mets 95. I'm going under. I know you're a Met fan. You're expecting big things. I'm not betting Verlander and Scherzer to be healthy the entire season.
That's fair.
No way.
I think
a playoff team's one thing
between the Mets and the Braves.
I don't think it's going to be close. I think the injuries are going to catch up to the Mets.
I think the Braves win the division. I think that's a lock at this point.
Wow. The Braves pitching depth, I think, is a difference there because I'm not betting on two 40-year-old guys to pitch 35 starts this year.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I know.
But don't listen. As much as I'm like anti-Yankee as a Yankee fan, don't put the blinders on, bro. You got to think.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You think those guys are going to come out to 33 starts this year? And if they do, super.
What did they do?
But
I mean, Scherzer missed what? 3 starts last year? 4 starts last year?
I don't know.
Verlander missed 3.
I'm just, hey,
Verlander coming off a Cy Young season.
I'm going under 95.
That's fine.
The pen will come out with that one. Rangers 81.
Under by a lot.
By a lot, really. See, I think they could be a 500 team over there. I think they're going to. I think they could steal some wins.
68 games last year. Sure, they added DeGrom. They added a couple of pieces. Maybe 73 wins. I don't think they come close.
Well, I don't think they're a playoff team. I mean, you got two.
I don't think they're a playoff team.
You have two legit World Series teams ahead of them. So
yes,
it's going to be a battle, and then you got the wacky Angels. Astros 97.5.
Over.
I want to say over because I think they're just that good. Verlander's gone. Maybe I'm high on Hunter Brown because I've seen the kid pitch in person. He looks really good, and they just seem to reload with young guys, and they're like, oh well, they were worried about the outfield.
Astros are making it to the World Series again. Can we just establish that now? It's the Astros versus whoever comes out of the NL.
Angels 80. I'm going under that team.
Yes.
Again, this is a team.
I want to be optimistic.
Can you be healthy?
And Trout and be like, yeah, maybe no.
No, that's fine. Okay, Rodon, is he healthy?
I can't.
They bring in Urshela. They got Brandon Drury. They got 5 third basemen. Who what? I don't. Whatever. I'd like to see them be good. Every year
I'd love to see Trout make the playoffs. I don't.
Detmers is our guy. I like Reed Detmers. Joe Adell. I know. Where's Anthony Poundit? Loves Joe Adell. He's a Joe Adell fan. Colorado 68.5 is an under for me.
Under.
San Fran 78.5 is an under.
Yep.
Cubbies 78 is an over for me. I think that's going to be an 85
over
win team.
By a lot.
I like the Cubbies a lot. Padres 93.5 should get there. Yankees 95 is an under.
I want to take the under with the Padres too. I think the Padres are going to get way too overhyped, and that's why I like the Dodgers still to win the division. Because you see, the Padres added this guy and that guy, and oh my God, they look so good. That Tatis is coming back, and this and that. Really? I added Xavier Bogaerts, and they're still plus 130 against. And then a lot of people are like, oh, look at the Dodger lineup. They're not as. Dodgers will find whatever they want. And the Dodgers will end up having a third baseman come up and hit 300 and hit 25 home runs out of absolutely nowhere.
They still
have a pitcher that comes into the rotation and pitches to a 2.4 ERA and
15-4, 190 innings.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because it's the Dodgers, and that's why.
Yeah. No, we'll talk about going forward. We'll talk about some props there because something like Urias to be like a Cy Young. I mean, the guy could win 18. Yeah. I mean, forget about that's another discussion. We're not going to talk about it. Yanks 95 is an under for me. Guardians 87 is an over. The pitching staff, the Guardians, I think are right up there with the Astros as the best American League pitching staff.
100%.
They're awesome.
Staff is solid. My big question is whether or not they can produce
the lineups. Offense. Can they get some offense, please? That's right.
Get some offense. That's why I would take the under.
Unders. No, I'm going under for totals.
Under with Cleveland. Just because I'm a little bit higher on the White Sox.
Fair enough. Reds are 65 would be an under for me as well. Really? Oh, yeah, you're a Red. That's right. You like that Reds over last year, too. You liked them.
Yeah, that one was a mistake. The thing is, they're a young team, and I think they could be scrappy because they get to play the Pirates a bunch. They get to play, I mean...
the Cardinals. The Cardinals.
Milwaukee's going to be pretty rough this year. But now, I think Cincinnati, what is it, 65.5? I think they get like 68.
And Tigers are 70.
Under.
See, I'm going to go over just because I think that's between them, Kansas City, even the White Sox, Minnesota. You got a bunch of teams that are things break right. They could be great. Things go different ways. The Tigers got a lot of young guys. I like their young pitching staff. I've been high in their pitching staff for a couple of years. I mean, I guess not that they're Toronto-esque going to the playoffs.
Out from winning the division.
But their pitching staff is young where it's got to take a step. Like, come on, you got Scuba, you got all these Manning, you got a bunch of young guys here. Are you going to take any kind of step forward? Is Torkelson going to bounce back? The guy was the number 1 pick like 3 years ago. Who's there? Riley, their shortstop, I think they got. It's pretty good. I don't know. We'll see.
They're a good team. They just need to stay healthy, and they didn't last year. And they underperformed a lot last year. But they were kind of dead by the All-Star break.
Yeah, they were. I mean, you got
they lost half the rotation.
More than that.
We'll be able to see kind of early who's going to be the front runners. And we probably already have a guideline of who's going to really make it and who's not.
Yeah, it's good, but that's why April baseball is the best.
Who's going to be the surprise team that comes out of nowhere?
Yep, we always got that.
Like last
Marcos. Year, go ahead.
Last year, who would have been the surprise team that made the playoffs last year?
Well, not the playoffs.
There wasn't really one.
No, I mean, not surprising. I mean, Mariners took a step forward. I mean, the surprise team was the Orioles. I guess
that almost made it. Yeah, I guess. Anyways, go ahead.
All right, real fast. So quick rundown again. Just everybody pop it in. Vols under 132 against Florida. Xavier 4. Charleston Southern +4. Charlton 122. Money line. Marquette 6. Suns -1.5. Marcos first one in today. Hit the like button for my guy Tim. Tom Brady retired. That's it. It's out. Someone told me on Twitter like, "Oh, he's going to be playing for San Francisco." No, he's not. The guy's got like a $35 million contract, whatever, for NBC or Fox or something. He's not playing. He's done. He's not coming back. Forget it. And how about the Raiders? Hey, we're going to get rid of Derek Carr, hit the bench because we're going to bring Tom Brady in here. Yeah, sure. Like that would have been good. And speaking of NFL news, I never thought Peyton would be going to Denver. Why are you going to Denver when you're the third best team in that division? If the Raiders get their act together, they're the fourth best team. Can you pull it together with Russell? I don't know. I mean, all I know is that I got Mahomes ahead of me again in another Super Bowl, 5 straight championship games. I have Herbert, who's a stud, and that whole both sides of the ball got a lot of players on it. But this is where I thought he'd be coaching, on the Chargers, not on the Broncos. Again, you have the Bills, the Chiefs, the Bengals. Why wouldn't you try to take a team in the NFC where all you got in front of you is a young Philly team and a Niner team that can't keep a quarterback healthy? Who else is your challenger? Dallas? You think Dallas is going to put it together? I mean, I'm a Dallas fan. No, we'll wet your beak a little bit. They'll win 10, 11, 12 games and blow it. Unbelievable. 20, and he's getting paid 17, 18, 20 million bucks. Cosmos will stink so many users. Yesterday, I don't even know where to begin. Some points was good. Some were faves. Lost straight up. Shaking my head. New day. Let's get it. Marcos, here's the thing, though, with your college basketball. When you come in every single game, Marcos. Before the show, Tim and I were like, oh, look, Marcos first comment in. And Tim's made a joke like, oh, do a complete rundown of all the games. And I said, I don't mind giving a rundown. But I feel bad if I say, like, I sort of like this one, and somebody ends up betting it, and I didn't have it. You're just asking my opinion on a game. Marcos, I say this to you and everybody. It's real simple. You can print out a rotation of games. Look at the lines. Everyone, cross out a couple. Hey, let's take what was that? Toledo Lane 20 yesterday. How'd they do? Did they cover their 20 yesterday, Toledo? I know. We had a lot of Mac love here. Take every Mac over. Yeah, that went 1-3 in the Mac yesterday. I don't know how many Mac overs cash yesterday. I see one. I see 0-1 by 13 points. Over 1-1. Over 2-1. Under. 4-2 to the unders. Kent State doesn't cover the 20. Toledo, 10-point road fave. Wins by 3. Those things are you just got to not look at those. It's okay to leave a winner on the board because I'll tell you what, you're going to leave one winner. I will guarantee you got 5 losers in that pack too. Marco sweeping the board yesterday in the NBA. Good job. Why wouldn't you sweep the board? You come in here. I gave you a winner and Tim gives you winners. And Tim comes in and tells you to take money lines. Well, we both said I think money line Lakers. I know I said, but whatever. CBB is what always kills my tickets. Marcos, I'm shocked it kills your tickets because you're not quite sure what you're doing. You can't just say, hey, give me a rundown. I'm going to pick a game. You can't do that. Cross out. I'm telling you, print it out. Cross out games that don't interest you. You have to. Michael's in the house. Good morning, Michael. And a good night. Okay, he's in and out. Michael, real fast here. Let's talk San Fran. Purdy's hurt. What are they doing? I know the talk was beforehand. Oh, you got Brady in here. You're in a championship game. And the worst thing that could happen is your guy gets hurt. But I guess the best case coming out of this is that next year you can have your number 1 pick, Lance, and Purdy battle because, hey, this guy was injured. How's his arm going to respond? I guess that's kind of the good news for you there. Don Play is in the house. Welcome. Good morning. T Money. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Jesse Shule in the house today in the afternoon over here. Technically, it's 12:03 a.m. in the morning. Jesse Shule over on the other side of Flat Earth. He's on like the left side of Flat Earth. He's on the corner of the map. He's by the edge. There's a giant. Jesse Shule takes the boat out. It's like in what was that Jim Carrey movie where he's living in TV? What was that one?
Oh, on the TV? I don't know.
Like where he goes up, he's on his boat and he hits the wall. That's like Jesse Shule. He hits the ice wall, so he can't get off the flat earth, so he doesn't fall off over there. Where if you could climb that ice wall, Jesse Shule, on the left side of flat Earth, you could look over it. I'm sure you'll just see all the dinosaurs that fell over. Just a big pile of dead dinosaurs, like going over the falls. Michael, college hoops going Pitt 8.5 too many versus NC. I agree. I know NC's got a little revenge for the last game, but I'll take an 8.5 with Pitt. They're a scrappy bunch. And you know, it's kind of tough for me to say that, right? Last night I said the Iowa game looked a little high. The Kansas game looked a little high. Alabama looked a little high. They all rolled. But I'll bucket here and say Pitt here. Xavier to bounce back versus -2.5. Good number there. I saw it's a 4. Yes, Providence as the dog is a tough one. They're always a battling bunch. But, again, we talked about this today. Jesse Shule was there, Ross Benjamin. I kind of talk myself into X-Men here. I'm like, you know what? They played a terrible game versus Creighton. They got run out of the building. They put up 50-something, and usually they're a 70, 80-point team. And at home, they're really good at home. No Pitt 8.5. I like Pitt 8.5. It's just not in the chat. I can't put all 10 games up in the chat. I actually, eventually, I kind of sell some picks sometimes, and I can't put them all out here, Reynolds. Michael, I really want your thoughts on New Mexico, Utah, 4.5. I know, yeah. So I like New Mexico plus 4.5. And if Jesse's still here, maybe he even added in a comment. He brought up good points here on these guys kind of play close games. Utah's actually cashed, I think, 4 or 5 in a row in this series. I like New Mexico. It just seems like it's again with college basketball home courts. We see this. I don't want to say they're inflated numbers because you should win at home. I do like New Mexico here, though. I do like New Mexico. Lock of the day sits at -1,700. Late at 1,700. Where is Nick? Best bets T Money has. Big day I say I missed on A&M. Had their game time wrong, but I lost on the Bucks. I definitely lost our Fresno State as well, but I have that Clippers -3. Heat money line, Nevada -3, all cashed. Yeah, I had Nevada myself. I did have A&M myself. That was a loser for me. I know you like the other side there. Get those times right. You got to watch it. Sometimes they switch out. Miz, Maryland, Baltimore County over to 144. It opened at 145.5. I got nothing really on this one. Holy Cross. I do like Boston laying the 7. Drake Bulldogs. You know I like a little Drake here. 8.5. Now I still like Drake, believe it or not. Camp Bell over Upstate. I got a little I like a little Upstate there, believe it or not. Give me some Upstate. And Carolina, I'm on the other side. We got Pittsburgh today. Jesse Shule coming. I got the Wizards tonight. They are not going to ride it. They've quietly won some games here, the Wizards. And you know, Detroit. What's his name? Cunningham. Has Cunningham played this year at all? I mean, he's been hurt the entire season. Heat money line, but New Orleans threw up. Yeah, New Orleans. That was a spot last night, right? I think we mentioned it. Why? Playing bad on the road. Playing bad in general, right? And then you're playing Denver, who's lost a couple in a row, at home in a get-right spot. You know, New Orleans, maybe New Orleans next game at home. Who they got tomorrow? They're playing tomorrow. They're in Dallas tomorrow. Is that this? I see. I would play them there because I don't think Dallas is a good team. You got Luka, super. Dallas would be what, a 4.5 point favorite probably there. Take New Orleans tomorrow. Shouldn't have taken New Orleans last night. We said that. Michael took Memphis -5.5. Yeah. As Tim said, he likes Memphis there as well. Blazers again at home, one thing. On the road, we see these records: 10-15 on the road. Memphis 21-3. Get it done. Best bet C Money. Shout out to my Lakers. LeBron double-digit assists. You like his assist thing? We said triple-double here anyway because the guy's averaging 40 points a game down the road. So that was a win there. Downplay. I love Tarlington money line today. Yeah, I got it myself. It was 122, 130. It's 125. I really don't love. I was hesitant because they don't really get a lot of rebounds, but Arlington, I believe. This team here. They're a mess. Tarleton beat them last time. Arlington, I think, is shooting like 40% on the year, just bad. So I'm not running to bet any team that shoots like 40%. And even a team that averages like 35, 36, 37 rebounds, they're still getting outscored by like 10 points a game. Terrible. Take the great first half over Creighton 70.5. I would do that. Creighton's going to want to giddy up, and Providence will play that game too. Over Lehigh and Lehigh money line against Army. See, I don't know about this over. It was 147 last night. It's come down. I would say no to the over. You want to go minus the money line there, 120, 130. Okay. Wofford minus 125, down over 150. Well, I mean, wow. So they were a 3-point dog. So I mean, so they've gone from plus money to now minus 150. Now I do have, I got my other windows up here because I got a bunch of base. I was going to, after the show, I was going to write down some Cy Young kind of stuff here, or divisions, I should say. Where is this Wofford? Wofford. Where is Wofford? Oh, you know what? Because I'm looking at Winthrop. That's why I'm like, where's... I was looking at the Winthrop line instead of the Wofford line. Okay, now I know why. It's totally flipped. That's why I was confused. My bad. I read it wrong. It happens. So Wofford over East Tenney. I don't know. I mean, you're laying one. I guess you got a good number. It's up over 150. Bills in the house. What's up, Sean? You like Florida at home plus 5.5? I would lean that way. Just cause you have the number 2 team, number 3, whatever they're ranked. It seems a little short. Florida scored 16 points in the first half last game. Tennessee off a big win over Texas. They're here, and then they're home next against Auburn, a little better matchup, more premier, kind of team. I'd lean Florida. I could lean Florida there. I don't mind. Best bets. He hit the enter button. Fernando, how's it going, Higgs? Not too bad, Fernando. Not too bad. Looking for a nice big day at college hoops today. Mike, I'm taking Georgetown first half, 7.5 there, first half team. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't lay 14 with Creighton. I can't lay 14. This is on the road. I can't lay those kind of numbers. All right, here we go. 2 money's complete picks here. Lehigh against Army. Again, kind of like the under there. Precious and Chua at 120 for a double-double machine for Toronto. Well, of course, I'm going to say I don't want that to happen because I like the Suns there in that game. But hey, someone's got to. Oh no, Toronto's not playing. They're playing Utah, right? Suns. Right? Toronto's playing Utah. So Atlanta's playing the Suns.
Toronto's playing Utah, Atlanta, and the Suns.
The Suns. That's right. Okay, you know what? I don't mind this one because the Suns. The Jazz. Fine, they give up some points. Let's go. Toronto needs some scoring. I like that one. I like that. I have my teams confused. I apologize. Best bet T-Money, kind of like Tennessee, but now I don't know. I could see the back door being open. Of course, T-Money, why am I not shocked you like Tennessee, laying 5.5 on the road? Why? I mean, you can't bet these top 5 teams laying 4, 5, 6 on the road. You liked Indiana the other day. You can't. They are losers. And it's not just one game. You bet across the board on these kind of games with your ranked team laying pick'ems or from plus money to to 5s, you're going to end up losing if you're on all those sides. Long term. Today, you might win today. Saturday's going to come along. You're going to go 1-6 in that kind of spot. I mean, Tennessee's a great team. Great defensive team. Smothering defense. I get it. Sudbury said the roster is getting scraped after this year. Well, that's this year. I don't care. That's right now. They're winning, and these guys are looking to get paid next year, so they'll continue to play good this year. No one say, "Man, I don't want to get good money next year. I'm just going to stink it up and shoot 37%." No. Kim, amazing. My favorite lost Clemson with 2 underdogs, Nevada and UNLV one. Can't believe Clemson's that bad compared to BC. That was the first one. You came in with the lock on that one. You knew it was going to come down. You knew it was going to be bad. Nevada, UNLV, yes, we liked Nevada. Got it done there at home. And this is, I just said to T-Money here, Kim, you have a good team on the road, a perceived better team, much better team. Like, this team's terrible. I'll lay the points here. Yeah. Just look at college basketball road records for these teams. Go ahead. And you know what? LSU, they're 12-9. 8 straight losses in the SEC. So they were 11-1 coming into the SEC play. They beat Arkansas, and then they're 1-8 since. Stop looking at, this team's ranked. This team is 15-7. His other team is 9-9. No, bro. Again, you might laugh and it's silly, like, I know where you're going to be. It's going to be total opposite of me. Of course it's going to be opposite when people are taking ranked teams given 3, 4, 5. Of course I'm taking a home dog every single time. College basketball, college football. And you know what? Every season, that'll be a winner. Not per game. If you're betting each game, you're having fun. Like I talk about baseball talk, I'm out. See you guys. All right. You're out of here? All right. We like baseball. I guess I won't be seeing you for a long time. So the long term, that's what betting is. I saw one of these derelict commercials for whatever, BetMGM or whatever it is on Draft. I have no idea what it was. It was on the TV or whatever. And they're like, hey, betting, if you're make sure you're doing it in a social setting, having fun. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. They want you to go out and have a couple beers, your IPAs, whatever fruity drink you want to have. Have a little fun. It's only $20. Go ahead. Yeah, every day. I don't want to have fun. It's not fun. It's work. Don't have fun. College hoops. November to April 6th championship game, whenever it is. Every day. It's not one game. It's a series of games. Marlo says over. For what? Your Pirates, Marlo? Good to see you back, my friend. I have a feeling Philly's going to regret this year. I can see that. I can see it. I mean, the pitching, I don't know. Pounded Sports, Mr. Joe Adele's #1 fan for the Angels. Rio Grande +10, New Mexico +5, or bought a half on both. Yeah, New Mexico, why not? Buy the point there. I'm not hating that one, right? And Rio versus Sam Houston. I mean, by Sam Houston's, it's, again, 9 on the road, 10.5. I can't. Again, I can't lay those kind of road numbers. Michael, Warriors -2.5 versus the Wolves. I know how bad Warriors have been on the road. I believe their home road splits will begin to even out. They're healthy, and Gobert's liability. I would probably lean Golden State there. They're kind of getting their act together. And that's another, like when we kind of fade teams out of the gate, right? Our Lakers are Golden State. It's the perception of, oh my goodness, you just see these guys in the playoffs. It's Curry, it's LeBron, it's who, insert anybody, right? It's Giannis. No. But again, February basketball is different than November basketball. Or in this case, the NBA starts in what, October, whenever they start up, September. This spot here, I agree with you. The Wolves, I thought they'd start slow, kind of get Gobert in there, work things out. No, they've been terrible. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Marquette -6. I really think it climbs back up. This line here, and again, you can look ahead of time on lines like this. What do you think the line's going to be? Like Haslam or KenPom. They have this game at like 10, 12, and the line is a 6. and again, I have a number that I think the game should be. But like anything, it's like, college basketball comes, college football, you buy Preview Magazine, a couple guys who want to get other people's opinions, right? I just don't flatly say, well, my number says 4 and that's that. If you don't think there's other people that know a little bit more, a little smarter, different kind of things, you're not looking around for help on things or tweaking your stuff, again, don't bet. Like, have fun. Like the commercial says, go out, nice social setting, bet your ridiculous parlay, go 3-1 and lose money. But this line here, like I said earlier, man, I was talking to Ant. I was like, I thought this line would be probably about an 8-ish, I guess, right? Villanova's kind of bad, right? They're a 500 team. Marquette plays pretty good. Other people have it at 10, 11, 12, and it's at 6. I gotta take the fave here because I've been saying Villanova all year. It's not the same team. New coach, new players. The record speaks for itself what they are. I mean, they're a 500 team. I'll lay the 6 in this spot. I'm with you. Francisco's in the house. What's up, Tim? Thanks for the over on a Lakers pick. Never in doubt. That's how Tim rolls. Michael, yeah, Nova Marquette game. I don't understand why everyone's betting on Nova. I know Moore's back, but Marquette has been dominant. Exactly. Marquette at home. I could go back to, I know I had them. I didn't have them. I think I faded them at home because I was like, I kind of like them more in a little dog world. They were playing Baylor and just smashed them. I mean, Marquette at home. Let's talk about Marquette at home here. Getting the job done. Providence by 8, UConn by 6, Georgetown 22, Seton Hall double digits, Creighton 11. I mean, really? Baylor 26. I don't know. I mean, this team lost by 5 to Purdue. All right. I mean, is it close? They played a 2-point game at Villanova. That's, and you think that it's going to be a close one here. A loss in overtime at Providence. I mean, a loss in OT against Wisconsin, another kind of tough kind of squad. No, I'll lay 6, thinking this line should be 10. Kind of likes the Dodgers under. They lost a lot. I kind of do. Listen, I like Gonsolin. You know that. Urias is a guy we like. Kershaw is going to pitch 20 games this year because he's going to blow out his elbow in the World Baseball Classic. Florida money line T-Low. I'm not going to listen. You want to take the money line? I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's worth a payday for me there. 5.5, I could jump on. Best bet C money. Orioles, I feel, are going to be about the same as last year, but the Diamondbacks, if they get some pitching, will be a playoff team. Orioles or Marlins at this point. Marlins can hit. Orioles are just, again, you have the Yanks, Jays, and Rays ahead of you. So you got to leapfrog one of those teams. I don't know which one's going to be bad. Tampa's always good, and Toronto is in a spot they have to take a forward. Or Toronto's a team where if it's not taking a step forward this year, it's time to blow it up. Start trading guys. Trade Gaussman. Trade Bichette. I don't know who else you can get rid of on that team. I mean,
they just signed Chris Bassett.
Exactly, another pitcher. But I'm saying they got Barrios, they got Bassett, they got Manoah, they got Gaussman.
They got a good rotation. That Toronto team, they would probably be in my number 2 in terms of value in order to win the division.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take the Yanks.
I can't. I'm not taking the Yanks. No, not a chance.
Although a Rodon Cy Young won't be. I mean, if he's healthy, the guy, he's on a team that he could get 18. Let's be honest, he should win. But we haven't seen Cole win.
The only problem
they should be a 20. They should be a 20+ winner, and a guy with 230 strikeouts.
And the only problem is Jacob deGrom's in the AL now. So
yeah,
and because he left the Mets, now he's going to pitch to a 18-3 record, a 1.7 ERA.
I think he's going to be like a 15-12 kind of guy because he's.
I think he's going to be average. He's not. He doesn't have what he's got behind him normally.
I mean, the offense is okay. It's baseball. I mean, some teams have poor offenses. They got at least a couple bats. They got some bats. I mean, Seager, Simeon, They got that kid Garcia's hit like 20 some homers over there, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a little. You got some bats there, but let's be
offense.
honest. You're playing in. This is Texas, bro. That ball's going to fly a little bit. It's not. It's not
Yeah, it
a big pitcher's park. The
Mm-hmm.
ERA might be in the mid twos, which again, he's going to lose. You're going to face. He faces Oakland 7 times. The guy he should go 7-0 against Oakland. Maybe throw a no hitter.
Correct. He could. Yeah, very well.
T-Lo, Wizards and OKC money line. Alrighty. I mean, Wizards we kind of like. OKC. Where's the OKC? Against Houston. Yeah, Houston. I'm not money line on the road. What are they? 230 on the road? What is that? Laying 6 on the road. Money line. No, thank you. Hello, Markel. Hello. Panic Orioles. I love the lineup of pitching is average at best. Again, they came out of nowhere last year. Let's see what happens. Again, right now I think they're the 4th best team in that division. It's a lot to ask. Picks from Dave in the house. Hello, nerds. What do you say, fella? We got OKC Houston under. 232. I guess Houston's bad, right? I think they a couple guys out for them. Penn State versus Purdue. You want to take the 10? I don't mind that. Purdue with Indiana on deck. I get it. Sabres team total over. I thought about doing the over in this game. 6.5. I thought about it. So if you want to go over to 3, sure. And I thought about taking Boston on a puck line too there. Plus something. I just said no. Best bet team. Cardinals got a good team. No, they don't. Do I like the Oklahoma Sooners on the spread? Walk this way. I kind of like Oklahoma State plus a 3, but not enough to bet it. The General Ringer. I bet NJIT. Should I seek professional help? You know what? What are you getting? 2 here? Did you just take a money line against New Hampshire? I mean, are you from Jersey? Taking the Highlanders? There was a guy in my neighborhood who had an NJIT Highlander license plate, and it was an old school like 70s license plate too. Joakim Jordan's in the house. Welcome, my friend. Walk this way, Creighton over Georgetown. I could see that. Yeah, because I think Georgetown's going to score some points. Braves hitting going to regress. I don't know about that. I think the Braves are going to get better. All these guys are just young, getting better. The pitching staff is really good. Dave, how are you, Dave? Good afternoon, Mr. Higgs. I like the Nets plus the 8.5 at Thunder. Minus 5.5. Okay, you want to take OKC on the road? I get it. We're not money lining it like someone else mentioned. We can't do that. 5.5, I can understand. Nets plus 8.5. This line to me says I kind of like the Nets. I get it. Marcus Smart's still out. Brooklyn, right? No Ben Simmons. Doesn't make a difference. The guy scores 2 points a game anyway. I want to take the points. I do. It just seems like it's one of those too many kind of games. So Washington, Detroit is postponed. We got a blizzard over there. What happened?
It's the Detroit Pistons are stuck in Dallas because of weather issues.
Oh, the snow in Dallas. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like, so as a Jersey guy, you look at that and like, there's literally like a dusting of snow here, but it's the ice.
Oh, close to schools.
They do for ice because
I live in NC did the same thing.
Like we laugh at that. Like,
yeah.
What are you talking? But on the same token, I was like, they don't have snow plows. They don't have ice trucks. People like, oh, I got a big 4-wheel. I'm going to ride on the ice and then do, cartwheels in their car down the highway.
Oh, so 8 inches of snow up in New York. Oh, so 2-hour delay?
Yeah. That's a delay. Yeah,
no 2-hour delay? All right, I'll start walking.
Yeah. And shovel out and be here by 9. So it's it's weird. But again, why are they going to pay? Like, they're like, oh, it's they can't handle a freeze. Well, a day of cold weather, 2 days, it's fine. Your pipes aren't going to break. Your electricity will stay on. You get a week plus of 30-degree temperatures. Of course, no, your house isn't insulated for 30 degrees. Their electricity isn't wired to withstand that kind of insulation for a week. A day or two, it works out. Not for multiple days on end. Why are you paying for that? They're not going to pay for that. And why should they? I'd be like, Mexico's like, all right, we need to put make sure you got a good heating system. What are you talking about? I live in Mexico. I don't need heat down here. What do you know? Well, you never know. They're not going to pay for that. But the ice, there's no salt. They got no rock salt down here. Throw on the road. De-icing. They got a de-icing machine. They probably have one de-icing thing for planes down here. For the whole airport. Yeah. if that. They got a guy out there with a extension cord and a hairdryer. Kim says Miz -10 over POS LSU. I was waiting for the LSU. As I said, 8 straight losses in the SEC. They started out 11-1, beat Arkansas. Look at us, we're 12-1. Yeah, well, now you're 12-9. You're 12-9. Leaning Florida, yes. Florida looks short, just about right. Maybe take St. Joe's -5. I could do a little St. Joe's. At first, I thought Rhode Island, but Rhode Island is a bad team. St. Joe's, yes. Gators, yes. Mizzou -10, go for it. You can't bet LSU. Again, we're not taking bad. You can't bet bad teams. You either pass them and be like, I can't bet it, or you bet it and be like, hey, I'll take my shot versus a bad team. If they get me, so be it. They've lost the other 9, not covered. Michael says, I'm under with Tim on the Rangers. Always had some big names. They still stink. Yeah, but, you got some decent pitching now, right? Perez was all right. Gray's all right. And they brought in other guys too. Where do I still have that written down somewhere? Not that Andrew Haney is great, but they brought in some arms here to try to lengthen that bullpen, get some bats. And again, we can mock them. We sit and make fun of them, but why would he do that? Good for the Rangers, at least paying. Who do you want to be? The Pirates? The Pirates have been in rebuild since 1993. Man, forget boring baseball. All right, goodbye. No rundown. You get nothing from me, Marcus. There you go. How about that? Goodbye. Good day, sir. We got to get that in here. Can we get that Willy Wonka? Good day, sir. Cruising Chris. My lock today is Tennessee -4. Excellent Cruising Chris, because I think your lock yesterday.
It was VCU, wasn't it?
VCU, your lock yesterday. Excellent.
Thank you for the Dayton cover.
Yeah, Davidson got it done there. Not Dayton, Davidson. Yes, Tennessee. Excellent. I'm glad. Florida is the play, Cruising Chris. What are you doing? Cruising Chris. Pen is out. Cruising Chris. Lock. Tennessee -4. It's down to 4. Excellent, because it was at 5.5. So now it's coming down. Which is more reason to love the Gators. Go Cubbies. Yes, Steve. We like the Cubbies over. Indians, they have the bats. Well, I mean, the bats are the worst part walk this way. The pitching is very good. Starters, bullpen, the guys coming up prospect-wise. Maybe Bo Naylor hits. Maybe some of their young guys start hitting. Get out the pen. Rodon, Cy Young. I'm still waiting for a Yankee pitcher to come in here, whether it's, let's go back, Jimmy Key, Cone, Javier Vasquez ×2, Carl Pavano, Clemens, Randy Johnson, Kevin Brown, Jared Wright. Who else could we bring in here? Yankee pitchers that have yet to win games. Can we get a 24-4 season from a starter? Bill, do I like Pitt +8 today? Yes, I do. Take the points. Ice X is coming in and says, Timmy! I guess that is definitely a South Park Timmy, I believe.
Timmy! Live it out.
Yeah. Cruiser Chris, good call on BC +8. I added to my Bucks first quarter parlay. Did it get there? I don't know how the Bucks did. Gabe's in the house. My guy Gabe, how you been? No Xavier to me until Fremantle returns. I look for St. Joe's continue to play well. Yes, St. Joe's. Yeah, the Xavier guy being out, which is why the line is 3, which is exactly why the line's down. Eric Higgs, I kind of like Florida plus points. Winner. Michael, I have a feeling that the Raiders will be signing Jimmy G and draft QB. As I said, I think Jimmy G would either – I thought the Jets at first, but now that Ryans took that Houston job, maybe he goes there. I think Jimmy G is either in New York or Houston with San Francisco coaches. Raiders aren't getting Jimmy G. No, unless they come in with some ridiculous over-the-top contract. I think the Jets and Houston are 2 good landing spots because he's with coaches that are familiar with him. And if I'm him, that's where I want to go because those coaches had them as a 12-win team and have them in the Super Bowl and NFC Championship games. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. I stunk on Eastern Michigan plus 260. Was that yesterday's game, Eastern Michigan? Eastern Michigan plus 260. They got it done, baby. They put 8-point doggy at home. Excellent. Good call there, T-Low. Purdue team total over Purdue, Penn State, Norman. I would lean Penn State here just because as great as Purdue is, it's kind of like Indiana. We like Maryland there. 10 points. Penn State's, listen, I don't love Penn State, but I just think I would rather take 10 with Purdue playing Indiana on deck. Maybe it's a flat spot for them. Not interested. Over 134. I guess, yes, I would say over there. Sure. Right? If I'm right where it's kind of them playing down, maybe it's a closer game. The defense isn't there. They're scoring a bunch of points. I'll go over with you 134. Sure. Back totals went 3-3. I think they went 4-2. I just ran them down. Still a loser. Even at 3-3, it's a losing day, miss. Lakers win. Never in doubt, Desmond. Truman Show. Yes, Jim Carrey on a flat earth. Yes. Cruiser Chris, you're welcome on Davidson cover, by the way. Truman Show, thank you. How good is this? I talked about that 15 minutes ago as the show's just about over. We'll get to the Truman Show quotes. Holy cow. Wow, top 20. These came in at 11:30 and it's noon. Tulane first half against Cincy. No, thank you. I don't want anything to do with that. Nova Marquette over 145. Under for me. Marcos, that's it. I'm unsubscribing. I'm not even reading the rest of this, Marcos. There you go. No, you don't want MLB? I'll try under. There you go. LOL. Lock is Bucknell American under. Here we go. Miz coming out with a lock. Miz, lock, under, Bucknell. I do kind of like American minus the 7 there. Marco says he already got his picks. Seaport at Georgetown. I could lean there. I just can't bet it. Xavier, yes. Penn State, sure. Auburn minus 12. They got Georgia, right? That's, I guess. Chattanooga plus the 12. Where is Chatty? Against Furman. That line's 12. Holy cow. This was a 10 opener. I might have to. Yeah. What is that about? Moccasins there. Tennessee's a loser. New Mexico, yes. Who's that? Valpo under? We got the Valpo under. Missouri 130. All single games. At least they're single games, Steve. Yes. Georgetown wins outright. Bold take by Markel. Georgia Tech. Louisville's bad this year. Yeah, but I don't know. That 2 looks a little light. I might have to take the cards there. I hear your betting strategy system, Higgs, but I do take what you say in accountability. I want research on what I like and mix it together. Make my kicks, but right or wrong, I don't care. No, I know. I just feel bad. Right? People like to say, "Oh, who do you like in this game?" And especially if I don't have something on the game. If you're ready to bet it, dude, go bet it. I wasn't going to bet it, but I do feel bad when any game I give out, whether I have it or not. I want it to win, and when I say have it or not, I mean when people ask me about games that aren't in the chat or on the sites. Desmond's saw the pen come out. Win some, lose some, always, baby. Just got to win a little more. That's the thing. It's only a little more. It's not fake TikTok and Twitter nonsense where you're 87% winners. I say 55% all the time. I'll be happy with 55%. You can laugh all you want. I'm counting my money like Scrooge McDuck. Marcos, have a good job, make decent money. The only thing I do for myself is take care of my family. Don't spend money on myself except go on vacation. That's it, bro. Worry about yourself. I say that all the time. Don't be in competition with anybody else. Don't worry about somebody coming in here saying they're betting X amount or Y amount. It doesn't make a difference. Take care of what you got to take care of. Robert, Albany team total under. Xavier over the 150. I can see the Xavier game going over. Albany team total. Where's the Albany game? Against Lowell, 64.5. So you think that's an under. So I guess you got to like the under for the game because that's a 144 total and UMass there is a 13-point fave. T-Money, Georgia Tech seems way too obvious. Really might pull the trigger on them. Yeah. Seems way obvious. So yeah, I'm going to bet it. Chalk up another loser for you there. If it's that obvious, what, folks? The sports books, if that's the case, they just be handing out money when you walk into the casinos. Go the other way. Please. Stephen F. Austin, New Mexico State, under. Yeah, New Mexico State's a mess. I'll go under with you. I do find enjoyment betting a lot of games, says Marcos. I'm happy trying to crack the code, do the impossible, win big, which it's going to happen soon. It's fine. You got the bankroll to do it, whether it's $5, $500, $300, $3,000. Can you take the loss when you go 6-12 on a day? You should be able to go 6-12, and the next day come back with the same wagers. Number 2 team only favored by 5 points. Seen this West Virginia against Cuse. Yes, yeah. Number 2 team. Let's go. Easy money. Easy money. Tennessee. I mean, really, that has last second shot written all over it. Yeah, I'm gonna go under 1 in that game, Daryl. Go under 1 point for.
I'll go under a half a point.
Yeah, under a half point. Lance will start next season. CA on top. I don't know. Purdy took you to the championship game. He put up 30 points a game in that offense against bad teams. I get it. All I know is Lance looked like crap in the preseason. He looked like trash in a game and a half. Tate the Great. Wiz and the Pistons postponed. Yes, it is. T-Money. I ended up taking my Terps yesterday. I'm off Tennessee. Tennessee has won 99 out of 100. Listen, Tennessee's won 8 of 10 versus Florida since Rick Barnes has come to town. At a 5-point line, or even now at a 4, why? No, it's Gators outright. I mean, come on. It's definitely not Tennessee with Auburn on deck at home. Off a Texas game versus a 12-9 team that plays defense. Florida plays a little defense themselves. And they scored 16 points in the first half. So maybe they're going to come out a little more focused here. I mean, Tennessee defense travels. I'm not expecting a high-scoring game. I bet the under. But I'm not betting Tennessee. Marquette play of the day. It does look low. I mean, I ended up betting it, CA on top, just because, I mean, I thought this line should be like a 10. I lean Oklahoma State here, Michael. T-Money, it was a joke. Why I think baseball is a favorite sport. I love it. Baseball is my favorite. The scrap is zero fun. Come on. This stuff's a job. Exactly. It should be fun. I used to joke with my friends. We go to AC, and we get there like, oh, they're all, I'm going to work. Hit the craps table. Take out $2,500, $7,500 mark or whatever, $5,500. Play a little bit, get up a dime, try to get out of there. In like 3 rolls. Just get in and get out. Robert, not sure why some folks think losing money is fun. Remember, you had to earn. I don't get it. It's not fun. That's why I joke with the parlays. Oh, you go 4-1, you lose money. Are you kidding me? I would have a lane full of broken television sets going 4-1 and not making money. Not my full-time job someday, but my side gig. And that's it. Put away a little bankroll. Try to build with it. Everyone can say, oh, I do okay. I mean, write it down. Write it down how you do. Put X in an account and go for it. And you can't just have one. You need a couple books to roll out. You got to shop around. I say this all the time. Baseball. 2 sites, same games. One site plus $38.98. The other site plus $18.23. It's a $2,000 difference on the same games. You don't think that adds up on sports books? You're out of your mind. Why is NC State laying 10 to Florida? It should be more. You know I like Florida State, Michael. I still got my Florida State $8 to win the ACC. Come on. Robert, watching Nova's tough. Marquette at home's going back to Al McGuire. Hard to get. Listen, Marquette at home, I ran down the scores earlier at home. They take care of business. 6, listen, out of 10, which I thought it would probably be around. Nah, I'm not. I would lean over there. I'm getting double digits. I get it. 6? No. Marquette takes care of business at home in big fashion. Ricketts, good morning. We're going to say goodbye because I'm into Allie's show already. Gave you a month to talk about baseball. There's college games tonight. Come on. Too much baseball talk. I had to just run down the wins. I mean, there's a lot of games, but some you can't bet them all, Gabe. Dave, I like the Sixers first quarter -2.5 tonight. A little payback. Pete Moore in the house. Good morning. What do you think about Xavier and the Sixers? Sixers game, right? You're going to bet them because they just lost to the Magic. I don't know. I thought they beat the Magic twice already, or the Magic beat them already. I don't want to play the Sixers there. I do like Xavier. Gabe says NJIT worked there summer. Nice facility. I like the Highlanders. NJIT way better than last year, says Rob. Cruz and Chris, Tennessee -5 loser. St. Joe's, I can do it. Parlay cash tonight plus $1. It's plus $1, daddy, not plus money. Make up for my VCU. I don't know. Tennessee 5. All right. Parlay. Your parlay lock is Tenny 5 and St. Joe's plus 4.5. Troy had someone in Vegas and melted an hour. They just shut the city down for a day. Yeah. They're not ready for it, Lenny. Best bet see money. I lived in NC in Texas. Those winters at times NC can be rough. I got an old Chevy truck on ice in the middle of one parking lot for you. It is. It's just because one, the people don't know how to drive in it. And two, the cities are unprepared because why are you paying? No one's paying thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to be ready for a chance that we might get it for a day. Stay inside. Rob, Red fans here. Want to talk rebuilding? Hold my beer. Yeah, you guys are in trouble. Dylan G's and asked, what do you say? Welcome on in. People, come on. We all know about locks. Yes, don't do the locks. We're trying every day to get it. Cruiser Chris the Village Mush. Cruiser Chris does throw out some mush picks here, Gabe. Yes. Eric's not Reds suffering. Magic +9. They just won this one here. Is it 9? Somebody else had 7.5. I don't even know what the line is here. That would be a stay away because we had the Magic. We had them yesterday. We said take the Magic, and Tim said take them on the money line as well. So in a not back to back, but basically a back to back. I don't want to play that game. Heath, what's going on? Sabres money line in Southern Utah. Sabres. We like the over. I like the over in the Sabres game.
I'm nervous about them now. I will say it's a bad spot for the Canes because 3 games in 4 days, back to back. They just won an overtime game after being down 4-1.
That's why I like the over.
Everybody's on Buffalo.
That's why I like the over.
I've seen one person on the Canes, and that's because he likes me in pain. So that's only that. But I don't see anybody on Carolina.
And Southern Utah, right? Small dog here. I mean, I don't mind Southern Utah money line. You want to take them? Way too close, though, Heath. That's not. I mean, I got 10 other games I bet today. That was not one of them. Detroit Lenny likes the Sabres money line today. Team money. Louisville's just bad. More of a fade. It is a fade, but at basically a pick 'em. I can't take Georgia Tech. No. TJ Harvey in the house. Georgia, Auburn, like Georgia. I guess you're getting double digits. I understand. Auburn with Tennessee on the road up next. I understand flat kind of spot, but I don't know. I mean, I think Auburn's a good team. We've had Georgia a couple times in here. We said take Georgia in the points. So I'm not going to really try to talk you off that one. Plus the 12's worth it. I mean, it was 12.5 last night. Really hasn't moved. Lex Steele in the house. Welcome. Kim, March Madness around the corner. Any bet for championships? Yeah, we'll do those tomorrow since I'm already 10 minutes overdue here. Let's get ugly. Louisville. Yes, Lex. No broke TVs. You're not a Cowboy fan. Nah, I don't break the TVs because we don't watch them. Bet it, forget it. Tim hates NC State. T-Lo, I hit 11-12 on parlay. DePaul crushed me last night. Tough loss on DePaul. You think you got a shot there, but someone came in the chat, T-Lo, and said a couple of DePaul guys were out, so that kind of hurt. But again, you go 11-1 and you don't make any money. How is that not frustrating? Take your time. It's not like Allie's on time. Says Lenny. Well, that was at 12. Is she? Wow. Okay. So
she just started about 2.5 minutes ago.
I wonder if she waits for my show to end. Lex Lock. Over Bonnie's. 131. Best bet tonight, Kane Sabres over. Yes, Lenny, yes. Lex is saying Lukanen starting Sabres for the Cup. Brandon, good morning, Craig. How are you? I am good. Good to see you, Brandon. Texas Radio coming up. I might go to NRG this weekend there for a little baseball card show. And I think the rodeo is around the corner, too. Who knows? Although my son wants to get his permit. So, listen, Vols under, Xavier, Charleston Southern, Tarleton, Marquette. And that's it. Out of here.